Hello everybody, this is Mickey back with episode 3 of the Space Engineers Survival Overhaul Playtest. And let's see what's going on with here, because we have no oxygen in our seat. Lovely. Oh, I wonder if, I think that, oh, that is leaking, isn't it? Oh, no, wait a minute, I shut it off. Yeah, because I wasn't sure if that was actually leaking or not, so. I didn't want to just blow through a ton of, actually, can we build a catwalk? Or the plates, I should say. Steel catwalks. To build one of these, build an interior wall. I don't even think the interior block's something up here. Easy enough. Oh, I don't know if we have any interior plate. I think I recycled all the ones we ground off. Because we needed iron. Okay. Interior plate. Put that at the top of the list. Let's go grab some iron. So I thought of a few things regarding projectors. While between episodes, randomly occurred to me. And that, the first one being is that, first of all, I gotta see what we need to actually unlock the projectors, because I have a feeling they're gonna be pretty late game. But you never know. I don't know. The other one
Inventory
is, since this has the nanite build and repair mod on it, and we have the nanite build and repair block, which we could make off of the basic recycler or assembler, so we should be able to make now, does, you know, what we have, if we put down a blueprint, which, okay, first of all, what do we need for a blueprint? Generator, artificial minute, space pump, yeah, jump drive. Yeah, they don't have it kind of like, I don't know, everything's still kind of like in categories. Where did you, oh, we actually already have it unlocked. Okay. I think maybe the basic assembler unlocked it. Or the refinery. Yeah, either, I imagine either one of these. Yeah, so we could actually go ahead and make one, which we don't need those there anymore. So we'll go ahead and unlock that. So I'm wondering is, and we're going to want it to be, shoot. We can't make a small reactor. We're going to need power for that. Now, we could throw a solar panel on there if we so wanted to, but unfortunately we parked inside of a cave, which we could just go out and put it in the sun, so that would work. But I really want to see if the hydrogen generator will run on a small block, if it will go on a small grid or not. So, we need an O2 H2 generator, so we're going to build one of those. We're just going to steel plates. Plop it down. Production. First of all, give me that. inventory's full. Hydrogen oxygen generator. Sure, why not? Just throw it in there for now. And since we're here, we need one of those. We need to unlock that, which will be easy enough. No, I think we might have it. Maybe it's just one block and it'll fit on that. I don't know. I'm hoping they did. I really hope we have that for a small block. But we're gonna throw this on here for now. Yay, we unlocked the other box. Yay, okay, grind it down. Oh, yeah, we kind of filled up our inventory. The only reason I wanted that, well, besides we do need to unlock everything. Is... Oh, really? You're not going to go on there? Probably because that's floating above it. Off you go. Or just clip through it. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. Alright, hang on. This should free up some inventory space. We need 3 computers and a motor. Alright, we can make those real quick. Ah, not enough space. Figures. Limited inventory. Let's... I need a couple of those. Oh, we actually do have those. And oh, I don't think we actually needed that, though. Thank you. Alright. Oh, let's get that placed. Small steel tubes, which I believe we have... Well, we have some set to make, but... What are you doing? Yeah, that's a little buggy. Not enough resources, but it's making them. And then it's showing over there. Alright, that's fine. We actually got 17. I think that's exactly the amount we needed. That, like, never happens. And it doesn't unlock anything. I want to see if that actually seals that, because obviously I don't think it's going to make a difference. But you never know. Okay, now this will unlock. Yay! Now this will be... Oh, there is. Yes. So what has it got? It's got... Oh, only small container conveyors. Oh, well, that's really annoying. Oh, hang on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That's really kind of annoying. Because... why didn't they line up the ports? Not that one. I mean... you can't do that. I guess we could do a... we have to do a connector or a conveyor. I mean, alternately, we could do that. I mean, you would have to do that, which would look kind of cool. I mean, it would balance it out, but that's highly annoying that there's not, you know, that those aren't a conveyor on either side to match up with that. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we know we can do that, so that's cool. Let's see if I can grind that. We get it enough. Yeah. All right. So, well, how do we want to do that? Because we can't build a reactor. Oh, we actually are getting some sunlight in here, so we could throw a solar panel on it. Do we want to do? Yeah, I guess we will just do that. I mean, honestly, you can just do something like that. And then do the hydrogen, oxygen. Oh, is that even going to let me? Yeah, see, I don't know why they didn't do either a big spot on the bottom or just line them up on the sides. That's not even lined up yet, is it? Maybe it is. Yes, that would be lined up. Right? Unless I got turned around. No, which is always possible. Nope, that's lined up. Alright. Oh, it actually needs a power cell too. I guess that's the battery. Nice. So what we can do is we can put our projector on top of this. And then we'll just feed it some ice. But what I was wondering is, can we? We have to go grab some more. No, it's not going to transfer over. We got to go grab some more. We actually have almost enough stuff. I think we're getting pretty close to be able to build a regular refinery. But I want to mess around with that real quick first. There is the iron deposit. What do we still have in our... Oh, we still got 5 tubes in there. I was like, I know we have more inventory space available for that. So, my wondering is with the projector, how does it work if we can project a blueprint that has parts that we can't build? Inventory. Since obviously it's going to run into parts, you know, a full ship, especially if it was like a large ship or something with a refinery assembler and stuff like that. You know, if we have parts, you know, are we only going to be able to weld the parts on the blueprint that we can't? Let's get some oxygen. And then we'll go grab some ice. We may have some in... yeah, we could pull some off of there, but I'd rather just go grab another batch because we're going to need it anyway. And I want to see now... So this is still low and cold. Yeah, our seat's bugged out because that's not pressurizing. So, O2 is high and warm, and then we sit in our seat and and freezing. But yeah, it must be like that from the beginning. Because we were running into, you know, we were using it for oxygen. We were sitting in the chair even before we put the ore detector on there. All right, so we're topped off on that. Let us go and grab some ice. I don't think I's still up there. I don't see his beacon anymore. He might have wandered off. Well, the question is we didn't mark the ice. And it's probably on the dark side now. Oh, I guess he still is here. Oh, he's got drills already. Yeah, and solar panels. He's still going after that magnesium, isn't he? Holy cow, yeah. Actually, he might have just logged out. Because he's actually making some progress, though. Ice. There we go. Yeah, now we could go that route. I mean, we could put some drills on the ship and hook it in with a conveyor system. But I'd rather, you know, work in a connector and have a whole separate ship. Just because I usually like to have dedicated ships for stuff. And let me, before we leave here, because we know there's quite a bit of resources over here, and it's something we don't have marked. And we know we're going to need it, is ice. Because we're definitely going to want to top off on that for a while. Alright. Now, we'll throw this in the ship for the protector. You know what? And I unlocked spotlights, and then I never ended up putting any spotlights on this. That's alright. Now the question is, how do we get it jump-started? Since we might end up having to put a couple solar panels on there. Since technically we can't process the hydrogen because the generator doesn't have any power. That's awesome. It's not like, you know, when you throw a nuclear reactor on there and you just throw some uranium in it and it starts up. Oh, I was going to say, for one, we actually need to finish that, too. Yeah, I might have to throw a solar panel on there. Yeah, make some of those. We're going to need them anyway. Did we ever make girders? I don't think we've made... Oh, no, we did make some girders. Okay. Oh, did we actually fill up the inventory on that? Oh, we did. Okay. Oh, and the power cell. Which you would think that would... yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean it has... doesn't necessarily mean it has the, you know, it's going to start with a charge. So we get a little 4-cylinder. Nice. Yeah, which obviously it hasn't ran any, because for one, it can't. Yeah, we did actually put, that is the third one we put on there. And how much is that? 1 megawatt. Okay. I really wish you could put like the little hydrogen tanks in there. I don't know, maybe you can. Check it out. We've got a couple of them. I have a feeling it's probably going to be no, but... Oh, let's move that over there. What? Oh, we can't. You can't pull through from that side. Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to do anything, are you? Can we put them in? Probably not. And try. Why not? Nope, they won't let us. I know, that would be too convenient, right? That would be a nice little way to, like, kind of start them. Throw that back. We don't need those. I guess we're gonna have to throw a solar panel on it. It's the only way we'd be able to get it. Unless we throw a battery, because we will have a small percentage in it. I don't know if these start with any charge. But those... Will those connect to... Oh, they do. Okay. Maybe that's why they added the small batteries. Since it's kind of weird that you can place them anywhere. I don't know. That seems to be another little bug. Is... Well, technically, never mind, because you can start off, you know... I sometimes still get confused on the old days where you had to start off with a landing gear to make a ship. But... So, really, technically, I guess you can do that with any block. But... Huh. And we're going to need some components here. What do we need? Steel plates. We're going to need another power cell. Everything else we're going to have. No, oh yeah, that is the basic assembler. And, oh, we have nickel. Okay. So, we need... Here, just dump that over there. You can process that. That. And the power cell. And, oh, steel plates. Okay. I think that's all we need. Is that 9? And we'll just throw it. Oh, you know what? Well, we don't know how much of a charge that is. I was going to say we could have then... Oh, it's right. We need 2. I always think it's 1. Put that on the other one I built too. And hopefully... Okay, yeah, as I say, hopefully we're not out already. So, let's see. I imagine we should have some charge in that. Filled 0%, generator, small battery, max output is 200 kilowatts, max required 600, max stored 50, current input, current output, current stored. So it's saying it's outputting 200. Yeah, see, these are bugged because even the other one wasn't showing right. Oh, server's going to restart in 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, well, turn it off, turn it on, and then it started to fill it. Yeah, that's... I wonder if it's using it just as fast as it's processing. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's charging that battery. And it's basically filling it. Let me see, hydrogen in. So we definitely get more. So current output is 30 kilowatts. Which is max input is 150, so I don't know why it's only drawing 30, because it's probably sending, yeah, and then that's recharging, which we should just set that to recharge mode now. That is, how are you not outputting? And now it's not running. Who knows? So maybe that's why they have the batteries on the ships. Maybe you have to have like a battery buffer for it to work right. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. You think you would just, it would throttle up or down, depending on, just like a regular nuclear reactor does. You only use a certain percentage. But it's weird. Oh, I wonder if the battery sucks all the power and then it can't run the hydrogen generator, and it's basically killing the engine because it doesn't have a fuel reserve. That may be what it's doing. So when it's on auto, it's recharging at a slower rate because it's inputting 230 kilowatts. I don't know why it's inputting such a low percentage though, because we're only using 150 kilowatts on this max. And obviously our current input, current output, it's only charging at 30 kilowatts. We're putting 230 in, plus 150 there is only 380. And we can put, 1 megawatt out. So we should, be able to pump a lot more power into there. Wow, that's going to burn through that fast. That, I don't know. You're not going to get very far on that. I mean, it's going to go dead before we probably even get the projector built. And I think we're still showing like 1%, aren't we? Yeah, filled 1%. It's pretty much using it as it's processing it. I definitely say that needs some balancing done because, I mean, unless you have, a miner that's completely full of ice, you're gonna drain it so fast that, and all we're doing is charging a battery and running that right now. So it's not even like, well, I think that the demand's the same either way. It'll run at the same tick rate, but yeah, that it just doesn't seem, that doesn't seem right. Anyway, on with the what we actually want to do is build a projector. Just like that. So yes, it is possible to, I mean, technically we could have just thrown one on the battery, but how much? 100 watts. So we would have been able to run it for a little while. What do we need? Large steel tube and how many? 2 and a motor. Okay. Inventory. Let's get some of this stuff. Come on, we might as well take that ice back. But strangely enough, it did not pull through. Oh, I think that one's actually still. Is the other one still full? No, we're not full. Strange it didn't pull that through. Should have pulled that ice into the generator. Alright, so if we load up a projector, turn it on, 100 watts, that's fine. Prints. And we'll just find, I do have a couple of hydro miners, so we might be able to modify one of those. We actually have the one we just built. Though, the one takes, let's see, is that, Page reminder mark. I might have to do that one. I don't know. That's the one we built before. Oh, no, we didn't, because that one had the tiered thrusters on it. It was the... Or was it inch? Oh, that one, which has 4... I don't know if to set up. We might have to just build one from scratch, I think. But for now, let's say we load that one. And the server's going to restart here in a minute, too. And keep reduction. Show only buildable. Oh, other way. Is that good? Oh, I think we went up one too high. Yes. So my question is, if we load a blueprint that has stuff on it that we have not unlocked, what, you know, like we've unlocked a projector. Okay, we've unlocked that. Now we don't have a reactor unlocked. Yeah, unknown technology. So it won't let us, if we don't have it unlocked, it won't let us build it. Now, what we're going to check is when we come back on the server after it restarts here in a couple minutes. Which I'll go ahead and actually we'll go ahead and throw the ice up there. Oh, yeah. See, look, we already went dead. Yeah, that uses way, way too fast. And 5.6, which will run off the charge on it. It's probably gonna... Current output, yeah, 30 kilowatts. Yeah, I don't know. I can try making a ship with one, but I think we're gonna have to have either multiple generators. Well, what we need to do is make a tank, and I think maybe that's... I don't know. I would seem almost like there's a bug where if it's feeding directly, which it only seems to be happening on the big one. I mean, the one on the spawn ship, I mean, we loaded that up, and it doesn't really seem to be using, you know, that much ice-wise. So it's kind of strange that... So there, it's fully charged. So, but okay, and there's a server restarting. Yeah, it's strange that it's that small one is just draining it so fast. But you know, I'm assuming it's outputting basically it. You know, it uses the fuel at the same tick. So it's probably running, you know, basically the reactor's running at 100% to charge the battery. I don't know. It seems like it still does. It seems like there's, you know, it's sucking through the ice so fast. So I'm wondering if we put a tank on and it fills up the tank, and then the generator pulls off of the tank, if it's going to work better. Which I'd rather have. I like to have a tank on it. I mean, yeah, it's another block that's going to be on the ship. But if you don't have the tank and you pull directly off the generators, then it doesn't tell you how long it's going to last. It's always going to read like 0 capacity because you don't have any capacity. It's, you know, you're generating it as you're using it. This is the one that we're on. It just restarted. So yeah, so we're the only one with mods. I don't know if it's actually back up. It still 0 players. We'll try. It seems like a little fast, but there's only 3 mods on it, and obviously the world's not that old, so there can't be really too much stuff on it. We might already be back in. Ah, yeah, looks like it. Okay. Yeah, definitely I think we're checking putting an engine on there, or a, What? Okay, thank you. Well, sort of. We're getting closer. Okay, that's better. I was like, don't tell me there's a bug and we just spawned in on the planet. I was going to say that would be kind of, you know, not fun. All right. But what I want to see is, now this is the other thing I want to test before we actually get more into progression stuff, which we're going to need this on here anyway. So if we put one of the nanite build and repairs on here, which, let's see if we can, oh yeah, unknown technology. Here, we'll load it onto here, that's fine. Steel plates, that's right into my inventory. So, sure, why not? And circuits. Is if we load this on here, when we love construction components, computers, interior plates. Is the build and repair limited to what we have unlocked? Or, I don't think I need that many. You know what? I just do that. Thank you. Oh, we needed interior plates and I don't think we need any motors. I'm gonna grab some though. Just because I feel like, even though it's mana, oh, large, okay, yeah, large tubes. That's what we need. So, my question is if this is limited to what we have unlocked, or can it build, you know, anything? Or if it, you know, alternately, if it's unlocked to what we can build and it builds the stuff that we have not built, is it going to unlock the technology? Because then I could actually see somebody just making, like, you know, something with one of everything on it, letting it build it, and if it only can progress through, you know, obviously you have to have an assembler and a refinery, because you need, or up to the basic refinery, or basic assembler, you'd have to build that one machine, and obviously get your resources to get started, because then it could build a you know, the basic refinery, then it could build regular refinery, the regular assembler, and you could progress through and unlock everything. If somebody wanted to go through and do it that route, the question is if that actually works. Or is it just going to build it and not, you know, not give it credit to the player? Or is it just not going to let it build it? So, it'll be interesting to find out. So we need some large tubes. And we should just have to make like 100. Now we are actually getting a little bit of a stockpile. We got to build the main refinery and stuff though too. So we're definitely gonna burn through a lot of that. And I'm gonna tell it for. Actually, we don't have anything that's not built, so I don't really care. That's right. And that's the one on the ship. We're going to turn it on. We'll leave help off for now. Conveyor system, that's fine. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to throw some resources in there and see if it gets started. Now, what I don't understand is on the build and repair, see, we're not getting like, maybe because we don't have a cockpit yet. So obviously that. Not close enough. What? Build and repair. Oh, is it not getting enough red? What does red mean? Anybody know?
Energy critical.
Yes, I know. We're gonna die here in a minute. We'll turn help others on. See if that helps. I don't think so. Yeah, we don't care about that. We might need the cockpit. I'm assuming that's maybe how it sets ownership, because it's not giving us the options for the grind and yes, fill up that oxygen before we actually sit in the chair, because you know the chair is going to suffocate us. Or I should say we're actually outputting enough power too. We should. I mean, the battery should be able to output enough power to run that. But I'm thinking the limitation is maybe we don't have the cockpit. Oh, yeah, we do get hydrogen off of that. That's what I thought. We should. We have a hydrogen oxygen generator. So, control panel, let's see. It doesn't tell us power usage. Hydrogen is not outputting anything because obviously we've used. We can actually turn it off right now because you know we don't actually have current input. I don't know. Yeah, see, the batteries are still bugged because this is what we were getting before. So where is the input coming from? You know, input output. It's basically passing through, but there is actually no input, and it's not going to deplete the battery. Yeah, it's running the projector and charging that battery, or well, the battery. I don't know what is charging the battery. Nothing really. It's yeah, it's obviously something going on with the power. Okay, so if we build, just throw a cockpit on here. And we'll just throw it on, we don't really care, we'll throw it on the front. And you know what, we could, yeah, no, we'll turn it that way. Sure, why not? Construction components, motors. Need those. Construction components, motors, circuits. Sure, why not? Displays. We're gonna need more displays than that. We actually out of displays. I think we may be. Yes. I'll probably need more iron again. I don't know. We can make this. We make a few. Not enough, but go grab some more iron. Actually, it might be enough. Yeah. Oh, sorry, we only need 5. Oh, it's the bulletproof glass that we need a ton of. Alright. Build and repair. Yeah. I wonder if maybe the mod's not actually working. Yeah, that's, maybe not. Yeah, I don't want to show on HUD toolbar inventory terminal off. That probably shouldn't matter, but build and repair. Yeah, on. I don't know, may not be working. Maybe he just loaded. I assumed since it was loaded on the server, it was actually working. But yeah. Because obviously it's not. I mean, it's in the build and repair, so it should have. The only other thing I can think of is unless it needs more power. But I don't know if we're actually going to. If that's going to help. Because it's not. We're not really reading power correctly right now anyway. But we can try by. 3K is actually more than our thing we'll use. And if we turn our... Okay, that's outputting. Yeah, it's definitely using the ice. What happens if we turn the battery off? We're projector's turned off, but we're still seeing projection. It's running and kind of filling, so, but we're only, you know, we're not actually outputting all that much. It lights up. If anybody knows off the top of their head what the light stands for. And then I think our engine finally... Oh no, it is still running. Yeah, it I don't know, it seems to burn through ice so fast. Which, yeah. And then we're recharging. Wow, to run that for an hour is, you would burn through so much ice. But, yeah, it's definitely... Alright, so it doesn't seem like that works. Anyway, is there any of this that's... Well, we know we can build a projector. Oh. It's, we've got a whole bunch of inventories in here. And I don't really want to burn through all the ice, since we know it'll run off the battery. Alright. So this should let us unlock... Oh, do we have interior plate over here? Yeah, a little Franken. Let's see, because we haven't built a button yet. If it'll let us build it. Oh, it will. That may give us something new. No, no. Unless we have that we haven't, which we can't make glass yet. We're going to make the large refinery. Official mass. We got all the atmospheric thrusters, ion thrusters. Oh, you have to build a hydrogen tank. Okay, yeah, we're gonna definitely want to build one of those. No, what happens if we just throw... Yeah. Yeah, it's still not going to try to build it all, is it? Wow, 40 large steel tubes. Yeah, we're going to have to go collect some more. Actually, we might have quite a few of those built already. Yeah, not quite 40. Probably don't need all this displays. And there's another 10 there. We might have all the small steel tubes, though. Yeah, I'd say we definitely got all the small steel tubes. Actually, let's empty this out. Alright, so it looks like the... I would like to see, too, if this does fix our... it burning through the ice. So that would be another good reason to build one of those. Alright, let's go grab some... do we actually have to set a faction to use the, it's the only other thing I can think of is for the nanites. I mean, I would assume that if you're building for... for... I laughed at the thing just suddenly kicked on. Nope. Wrong. Oh, other side. Yeah, 0 H2, 2 hours of power. No. Yeah, I think maybe it just doesn't work. I could try though. Well, I would have been interested to see. Large steel tubes. Very nice. All right, let's get this tank. All right. Now, it'll be interesting to see is if the generator... It seems like obviously you need at least 2 generators for an engine. Let's put... We'll go get some ice here soon. Let's see, we can probably run it through this way. Now, the question is the hydrogen tank actually going to charge up? Or is the generator, just going to burn it all? It seems like it's not going to fill. Yeah, I see we're setting it 7%. Though now we have oxygen, which is nice. We can, So if we turn off the engine... Yeah, it should start filling on our volume. I want to see if we build a little bit of reserve. I have a feeling it's going to drain it faster. So, looks like we're going to have to do a couple of O2, H2 generators per engine. The only thing I also wonder is maybe if we're not supplying enough power. I should actually maybe check that. Hang on. Well, let's look here. So, okay. Let me see if, okay, so, we should have enough, that's right. It uses 20 watts in standby, which is basically when it's just reading information about the blocks. 2 kilowatts if it's in working, or if the welder's working, 1.5 kilowatts if the grinder's working. And then if it's in fly mode, it uses 10 kilowatts, or another 10 kilowatts. And if it's in walk mode, it uses 1 kilowatt, which we usually keep in fly mode, because you can't do ore collection and floating collection unless it's in fly mode. Yeah, so I would have a feeling that it's just not. Huh. Yeah, it looks like it just doesn't. Alright, so what do we got? We got a little bit in there. So if we hit on... Yeah, so if we turn on the engine... So 42% filled. Very nice. Oh, now it's actually holding steady. I would have assumed that... Oh, that's... You know what? Yeah, we're draining the tank. We're draining it faster than we're producing it. Because otherwise that should not... Yeah, that's kind of bugged. I don't know why this one drains so fast when the large one drains so slow. And we're showing 7 hours of power. 0 H2. It's still showing 0. Strange. It's not showing it as being connected. Yeah, our hydrogen tank isn't showing. It's having a store. I think it all went into the engine. Oh yeah, look, we burned through. We had 42% filled, and it just completely dropped it to 0. So yeah, I think it doesn't seem like. It seems like it's bugged. It just seems like it's gonna constantly eat it, and it's not really gonna do anything. What do we have to do the conveyor conjunction? We're definitely gonna need those to make a mining ship. And I'll probably pass right by it. Conveyor frame, conveyor tube, conveyor sorter, small sorter. I think we probably just actually have to build a conveyor tube. Oh, we need to build a container. Actually, we can just build a small one. Doesn't matter which one. It needs to take a lot less resources. Let's... So for now, we'll grind that down. Since for one, you can go all the fuel, so it's actually empty. I wasn't actually really going to weld the other stuff, but it's alright. Well, no, this is fine. I mean, we can actually use this miner. This is a hydrogen miner. It's just, it's running on a reactor. I kind of wanted to do the, what I want to say, I kind of wanted to do the, use the new hydrogen engine. I don't know. Maybe we'll try making something with one and see. Why is my... Oh, yeah, those large steel tubes fill up the inventory quick. Looks like I'm the only one on here right now. I was going to ask, but... Yeah, but that's why they call it a playtest. Obviously there is some, you know, we're already on the ship. There's some weird things going on with power generation. And not that I think this is really going to change anything. But oh, I was like, hey, more stuff showed up, and then I realized No, it didn't. Yeah, see, I don't get why the red light is there. Alright, well, we'll revisit that later on, maybe. For now, though, we can actually kind of... we need to build that car container. 8. Which we don't really care. We're going to just pop one on there, build it, unlock the stuff. Yeah, we don't want to tear it all apart. Alright. And... at some point, we're actually going to need to unlock the... Really? You're going to build a solar panel to unlock or merge. I would actually like to have the merge blocks unlocked, but we don't really need them right now. We gotta build a refinery. And I built a hydrogen. Oh, we didn't build it up to... Oh, we built it. What? Did we not have it up to functional? Alright, fine. I could have swore we had that built up to functional. So, that. Need the computer. Need the interior plates. I think we need something else too. Oh, steel plates and small steel tubes. Not that many. Oh, and we still need a few more large steel tubes. It. Yeah, we had it up to functional. Because I was looking at it before. I don't get it. It's being buggy. It's not going to make a difference, though, I don't think. I don't know. I kind of want to test it again, but we're probably just going to waste ice. Okay, well there, hydrogen thrusters are now unlocked. That's good. Let's see, antenna. So you build a beacon to unlock the antenna. You build the laser antenna to unlock. You build the antenna to unlock the laser. Yeah, makes sense. Warhead. I don't really care about the weapons right now. Or the hangar doors. The collector. So we need to build a conveyor. Yeah, that's going to unlock quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, it's not actually bad to get... Oh, actually, can we build? We might... Let's grind that down. What do we need it here? Plate. I was going to say, because there is... There is... connectors on that. The question is if... Oh, okay. Yeah, let us build one of those. That works too. Construction components. If I wasn't so busy running around testing stuff, it would actually be quite a bit farther along. But that is, part of the playtest is to actually test stuff. So, Yeah, refinery. I think pretty much the only thing we really need to build now is the refinery. You know, well, we could build an antenna too. Yeah, refinery and assembler. We are going to want to build a solar panel at some point just so we can get the merge blocks unlocked for when we're going to want it. But that's pretty much it. We pretty much unlocked everything. Yeah, that whole, I should probably turn that projector off. It's making it look a little strange there. And maybe, I don't know, I'm hesitant to build a ship with that hydrogen engine, at least the small one, because it's sucking through the ice like crazy, and I don't want to go through, you know, build the ship and then have it, you know, basically not have it be usable and end up just wasting, you know, a whole bunch of time that we could have, you know, been productive doing something, you know, making one that we knew would work. I mean, I guess we could always jump over to creative, create one. That's the projector that comes on the blueprint, by the way. It does have a auto repair blueprint. It is kind of nice that we can, here's our little mini charging power and oxygen station and hydrogen. So a little all-in-one refueling station for us. I am almost tempted to jump over to creative, get a design built. We can test it, see if it actually works. Though unfortunately for creative, I'd have to save and then reload it into survival because we don't obviously have any energy usage in creative. So it's going to be interesting. And we should pick up, I'm pretty sure we've probably burned, yeah, we need North steel plates. We don't have enough to do, no. Yeah, I think we're going to be, yeah, we'll need more iron. Which, ore collection mod. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should jump over into creative and see what comes up for the. Or we just build it in here, I guess. It probably doesn't really make that much of a difference. Though I definitely want to get a little mining ship up and running. I just really wanted to try to run it with the new little hydrogen engine there. I mean, we found a source of, we've got a source of uranium on here, so we could just build the refinery, you know, build the assembler. And, you know, build a regular mining ship. Ores everywhere. Yeah, for some reason the iron seems like it spits out a ton of ores. These are the ones you get like 1, 2, and it's just like, I don't know, iron just seems to kind of spray everywhere.
Inventory full.
Okay. That gives us 2 batches, which should be pretty good for now. And I think that actually gives us enough stuff to make the refinery. Yeah, we've already picked up 1 load of uranium. And we're going to tell it to make, and actually just, well, actually usually works better to do it that way, and just repeat. There. Now, the question is where the hell do we put a refinery on this thing? I don't know if we have any more spots we can tie in that's our basic assembler. We kind of need that. What do we need? We could make... Oh, you know what? As long as we make sure we have enough components, we could swap that out with... Because those don't take... I mean, basically, the only thing you need those 2 for is... like reactor components and gravity components. And maybe explosives. I don't know. We haven't looked at explosives or like ammo. But... because we can make... I'm pretty sure we can make pretty much everything else. I don't know if we can make... Oh, we never checked the tools. So, yeah, you can make tier 1, tier 2, as like I thought. I mentioned that the other episode, is I kind of figured now this is your survival kit. Will make the tier 1, the basic will make the tier 2, and then the regular assembly will make the tier 3, so you can get all 3. So it kind of makes sense, 1 for each tier of machine. Now, bulletproof glass, computers constructed. Yeah, because you can get detectors, radio communications. So really the only thing you can't... Huh. Oh, there's the ammo. Okay. So, oh, and you can only make the tier 1 weapon. That's interesting. I wonder if that's a bug. It seems like you should be able to make the tier 2 weapon in that. Unless the, in the survival kit, can you not make... Oh, you can't make any weapons in the survival kit. Okay, so it's like a tier behind. Well, that's kind of weird, because then you're going to get... that means in the regular one, you would get 2 more tiers for the weapons. That almost kind of like seems like a... I don't know, kind of a hindsight there. Yeah, so really it's explosives, gravity components, and the reactor components are what's in the tier, you know, the traditional assembler. Everything else you can make. So basically anything that requires... Oh, you know what? We can't make thruster components. I just realized that. So you can make... Oh, but you know what? Hydrogen doesn't require thruster components. It's just the steel tube. So you can make hydrogen thrusters, but you can't make ion thrusters off of the basic. Huh. Yeah. Okay. So 17. Oh, what do we need for... So what I'd kind of like to do is... we could put our assembler here, and then we could just drop the refinery on top. And that would give us a mobile kind of platform to work from right now. Or we just kind of build a base in here, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to do something, though. I'd like to actually make some progress now. But obviously, since we can't make any thrusters until we get the other assembler done, don't really want to tear into that. In case... Because we found silver, which we could take this for a spin around and see what we find. I do want to get some mining ship done, though. I really want to see if we can get a ship design that runs off of that actually works right and isn't going to just be a massive drain on the ice and not really do anything. I mean, we're not using anything on this, so I don't really get, you know, there's something really funky going on. Yeah, current input is 0, current output is 0, current input is 0, current output is 0. So for both the batteries, the hydrogen generator, current output is 0. Those are the only 3 generators we have on the whole entire ship. So, you know, what is actually using power on the, you know, where is our power actually coming from? There's you know, obviously something is bugged. And it shows us we have 5 hours of power, which I don't get where that's coming from because we're not draining. I mean, we don't, obviously that, you know, we're using a percentage, it's changing. But I can't believe we're, you know, we're running a refinery and everything else nonstop and it's not draining anything. So, again, there's... something funky going on there. Yeah, so... And it's the exact opposite with the small ship, is as soon as we... You know, as soon as we put ice in there, it just drains it completely crazy. It's, I don't know, it's like completely backwards. Doesn't, yeah, see, we're not outputting anything. I don't really. Now if they didn't block it, you could actually, it's got actually a little movie. The crankshaft, she's a turning. It's a perpetual energy machine. Alright, anyway. Oh, how do we want to do this? Do something though. I guess we could just... I want to kind of leave this usable for now. Just because we do have... Let's see, we've got silver here. We've got uranium here, which is a bonus. We don't have gold. And I don't think we have platinum. I think those are the 2 resources that we're missing. That we know of. Like I said, we could take a spin around. We did pop up the silver with the ore detector, the expanded range on that. So we do know there is a few more resources around that we weren't aware of. So there potentially could be gold buried somewhere in here and platinum, but you know, the chances are that, you know, we spawned in right next to an asteroid that has every single resource on it. Seems pretty far-fetched to me. I don't think the odds are very good in that. I'm trying to think of some way to arrange this that we can get everything on there. All right, let's just do this. So refinery is... computers on 20. Metal grid is 20. Motors 16. So large tubes is 20, because I can see how this can never possibly go wrong doing it this way. Components is 40, and then steel plates is the insane 1200. Refinery, and the regular assembler is an insane amount of computers. You know, I usually don't look at this because I usually just make, you know, I gather a whole bunch of resources, make a whole bunch of parts, and off we go. Well, plus the, you know, I usually start on the yellow sub, and the yellow sub has a refinery and assembler on it, and just tear it down and move it for, okay, and 140. All right. So that gives us those, and let's see what we got here. So we need 180 component or computers. We need 30 metal grids. We need 36 motors, 20 large tubes, 120 construction components, 1,340 steel plates, which we've got, and then 10 displays. And that'll let us do the refinery and the assembler. And I'm not going to count what is already in both of those for, you know, what was used to construct those, because that'll give us something extra. So we've got the steel plates. We're good on there. We've got 17. I've actually got like 300 extra. I knew we were going to need a whole bunch of them, so that's why I've been having it making them. Metal grid, we've got those. The motors, we need 36. We got 98. We've got those. Large tubes, we need 20. We've got those. Construction components, we need 120. We've got those. And computers, we don't. We're 100 short. So that's the only thing we actually need is 100 computers. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that's iron that we're... yeah, of course, it's the iron we're out of. It's always the iron. Alright, so this will give us the last of our progression. And I don't know, the thought is that now that we've actually gone through the progression, well, actually, there's more to see, because they do have the, they've changed the encounters. I'm not sure what they've changed about the encounters. So that could be something we could take a look at. And if we wanted to, we could pop over to some of the other planets and see, you know. Because we haven't really checked out the Mars or alien planet or Europa. Europa might actually be worth going to just because it's all ice. So, there we go. Make that, make those, and yeah, I'm gonna make that, and then we be good. Oh, actually, you know what? We can go sit in the little cockpit. And I guess I should probably just, I don't know, tear that down. And that will top us off. Oh, they did fix that too. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to let this process. I got to run to the bathroom, so I'll put the be right back sign up for like a couple of minutes, and then I'll be right back. Our computer should be done. We should be able to grind down our and our iron should be all refined, so we can grind that down, and we'll get the we'll grind down the assembler and the refinery, and get, or the basic ones, and get the full-fledged ones built. And then that way we can at least do a small reactor and stuff on the like the mining ships and stuff. I'd still like to try to build them from scratch with the new engines, and then if we have to, we can pull. You know, if it doesn't end up working, we can just use them with the reactors. And but that way, at least we'll have the option to try it out. But yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that, but I have used the bathroom and I have topped off a fresh cup of coffee. So we are good for a while as soon as my thank you. All right. So hopefully that should all be refined now, and yes, so it's all refined. We're still. Oh, you know what? I've got that set to infinite, which is fine. We will use them. We only made 56 more than we actually needed. So, all right, now, before we're completely... Oh, don't tell me our cargo space is... Ah, it's full. Yeah, I was going to say, because we're going to have to disassemble these. All right, we got to make a cargo container, which I'd like to actually put somewhere where we can keep it. And I'm thinking almost... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's replace this with a cargo container. That will work. And I'm always going to do this. It's I want a small cargo container. Yeah. As long as I've been playing Space Engineering, I don't know how many times I've tried to... I always think, oh, it's a small one. It's only one block. It's a large ship. That has to be small. Nothing can be smaller than a... okay, no, that is actually right, because it is a small container. I always want to use the medium one for some reason, and then, you know, of course, the medium one fits on the small, right? So... now the question is yeah, we don't need... Well, we're going to get resources back from the other stuff. I was going to say, watch, will be like, you know, a couple parts short. Well, we'll actually drain them as we build anyway, so we're not going to have all the parts left over. Steel tubes, computers, displays, construction components. So, it's not like we can't drain it. I don't think we have enough displays. Oh no, we only need one. That's right. Why? I don't know, because there's not really a display. There's a keypad. Okay. And we've got the other one back there. We might get rid of that one. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can fit our assembler in there. That's nice. This will still leave us one that's not blocked. And then maybe we'll run our refinery up over on that side. Because the other one we're passing through the refinery, which is kind of annoying because I can't auto-click, you know, click and just move it. Okay, the basic assembler, we're going to want that. Okay, basic assembler is empty. Basic refinery is empty. That's what we want. And there we go. All right. So, let's grind that down. Make sure we overfill our inventory, because it's quite a bit smaller than what I'm used to. Yeah, I do like the 10x inventories, because just less back and forth. It's not so bad once you, you know, actually get like auto building up and, you know, all your inventories connected and, you know, whatnot. Because then it's really not, you know. Oh, that keeps freaking me out. I'm like, oh, the ship's gonna fall apart. I keep forgetting that that's connected up there. All right. Let's. Yeah, we just got iron plates. So, where is? That's the oxygen generator. That's the other cargo container. The battery. You know, ideally, we could run the assembler Oh, maybe not. Yeah, we need one at the up and one at the back. So we could run the assembler. Yeah, one at the up and one at back. We could run the assembler that way because that would connect into our oxygen. Well, I don't know if the oxygen generator is connecting up at the top or if it's connecting. It looks like it's connecting up at the top. Oh no, it must be connecting down here because it's pulling through to get into the. We're getting into the oxygen generator that way. Yeah, that's actually an option. And then we could put a refinery sitting up top up here. Oh yeah, because otherwise I'm going to tear all that. Well, it's going to be kind of a tight fit for the refinery. Yeah, because, you know, it's the refinery. Why not go that way? Yeah, that way it'll give me, you know, of course you're going to do that. Do I have hatches on the sides I want hatches? I don't think so. I think I've got hatches on the sides I don't want hatches. Oh no, I got hatches on the sides I want hatches. Alright, good. Yeah, because that way it'll be, if we want to pull right in from here, we can, or the other side. So yeah, it's lovely. And now thankfully we can pretty much just dump a ton of components into there. And empty this out quite a bit. Except where what was I just saying about moving stuff? At a you know, smaller inventories. So many steel plates. I'm so glad this is at least like, I think this is 3x on the welding and on the grinding. So upgraded tools to make a difference as well. Okay. Oh, actually combine those. What do we need? Construction components. Large tubes. Motors. And metal grates. Oh, we don't have enough room. We got close though. So, metal grates and computers. Oh. Well. Yeah, we had more computers in there than I thought. Either we got quite a few back, or we just had way more than I thought. Because, yeah, now we've got 680. Alright, and what I'm going to do is move everything that we can into this crate. And hopefully we cleared out enough, which we used quite a few steel plates and stuff, so hopefully we have. Except we can only put 30. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, they're connected. So, we should. Yes, very nice. We will just drop these in. And obviously our refinery immediately grabbed the uranium. Okay, Small card container is empty. Just to double check. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, and we're just gonna have, so yeah, back and top. Let's see here. Back and top. Steel plate. All right, what do we need? We need 140 steel plates, 80 construction components. Oop. And we'll need, oh, actually we need, yeah, quite a bit. 60, yeah. All right, that'll get us started. Very nice. So that will work. We can still access all the ship parts that we had access to. Everything is still interconnected. The only thing we haven't added is a, well, I guess we don't really need it. It would be nice to have a hydrogen tank on here somewhere, since we are running the hydrogen generator. Kind of, sort of. I mean, it's magically running without any draw, so kind of figured that one out. I'd actually like to write down the, no, I know it's not working right, because, yeah, there's no way. We would at least see it ticking some as it charged up the, actually, let's combine those, because we need an even amount of 20 on those. Get all the construction components. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to make another run. Oh, computers and displays. Uh-oh. I missed displays, I'm pretty sure. Uh-oh. We got 5. Hopefully we can scrounge up some more. Ah, great. Should have double checked the list. I didn't. And then that's what happens. Yeah. So we can get one off of there at least. We can pull some off of the other one as well. Oh, we got 5 right there. That'll work. There's 5. Okay. Yay! We've unlocked new blocks. Look at that. And now... Oops. And now we can make everything. So we get our thruster components, superconductors, reactor components, ammo, wow, warheads. Oh, canvas. Really? You have to have an advance to make a canvas. That doesn't really make much sense. Be able to make that in survival. Okay. And since we're here, we know we need... I hate it when it does that. Okay, there you go. I was going to say, you should be able to grab resources through. Just because... There, we can refill our suit now. Alright, so we pretty much have everything unlocked except for, like, weapons, which I'm not really caring about weapons. I mean, it's everybody's out running around testing stuff. It's not really, like, a PvP-oriented server. Oh, we're out of, we have no O2 charge in here anymore. That's alright, we can come in here. Do we not have an O2 chart? We should have an... Okay, there we go. And it's just taking a minute. And we can go ahead and fill up our hydrogen too. Alright, very nice. So, we can go grab silver, because we did see that. And I don't think I marked the silver. Oh, you know what we haven't put on here? We should put an antenna on. So we can broadcast. And that would be good. Uranium, magnesium, iron, silicone, silver is... Oh, well, that's not too far. Okay. Yeah, antenna might be good. That's probably one of the things that we haven't unlocked. That, and I'm assuming the antenna, we also need that for the remote control. I haven't looked. Oh no, that's weird. Okay. I would think, now see, I would think that the antenna should unlock the remote control. Like the beacon. Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense that the beacon would unlock the remote control, which we haven't placed the beacon yet either. So that's just been oh, you know what? It probably unlocks with the cockpits. But really, it should be beacon unlocks antenna, which it does. Antenna unlocks that, the remote control, and the laser antenna. That makes more sense that, you know, because you're going to need an antenna before you can use a remote control anyway. You know, unless you're going to remote control something right next to you. Yeah, so really, alright. I'd rather, you know what? That's the one thing, is it doesn't care if it's a small block or a big block. So if there is alternate versions... Oh, we need a steel plate for that. And we're going to need 4 radio components. We don't need those. We don't need those. We need that. I already put the radio components in. Construction components. Oh. Functional. Very nice. Okay. Beacon. Now, what do we need to build the antenna? Yeah, we're gonna want it on the ship. I kind of don't want it completely, like, you know, hanging off. Let's do this. It's oh, it's actually going on to the light. Sometimes I really wish the view was... Oh, I guess we could go into... Yeah, I don't really like that either. Let's, there we go. Let's just do something like, light armor block. Beautiful. Because I'm sure I'll never run into that with a ship. Do we have a... Oh, we do have a conveyor port on the top. Yes, very nice. Or we have a port on the top. So we could put a connector there. On our little ghetto fabulous ship. Okay, so we need 36 radio components. We should have everything else. And let's see here, production. I say 36, 10, 20, 30. We'll just make 40. We will use them up eventually anyway. Actually, I guess we don't need those. We have them left over. We don't need those. I don't think we need motors. This is the problem with like having welding shifts that you know, automate the inventories for, because you forget what, you know, everything needs. And we need another like 10 of those. Let's just move those over. And construction components, I'm pretty sure. We're out of inventory space. Yeah, small steel tubes, 50 construction components. We need 20. Oh, we do need some more steel too. I should stop pulling in from there because that is right there. What did I say? 10. Sure. No, I'm kind of surprised they don't use any girders on the antennas. You'd think that they would. Okay. Now we just need some more steel. The antenna components. Of course, use some kind of space. I think we should actually. Oh, I'm not running out of iron. Oh, they just, yeah, we didn't. We actually had space. So uranium's processing. What are we doing on? Let's since we actually have the refinery, let's put our resources. In there to kind of keep an idea. It does clear out our inventory. Gravel. And we have 1.82k. We'll leave it. Let that go into there. Okay, so we should definitely grab some more iron. I mean, we got plenty of computers. We're all set on those for a while. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a decent selection of resource, or components that'll last us a little while, and we should be this. We've unlocked new components. Yay! All right, now very nice. Inventory. Oh, we still have the 4 left. That's right. Yeah, because we made 40 instead of 36. Because we'll need a couple here or there. I should actually go and we should make the upgraded, one of the upgraded tools. Is it like right underneath the nickel? I don't really need all the, I guess it doesn't hurt. I was going to say we don't really need all of the, oh. Now if we pop, 40, 35, 34, Where? Let's. Thank you. Oh, we don't want it. Silver. 29. Oh, yeah, we've pretty much hit. So I think I've noticed there's gold and platinum. Yeah, definitely will pick up some more uranium. And pick up some more stuff. Since we just go into our survival one, and oh, silver does look neat. It looks almost like a marble. Almost all of the basic resources. Wow, I mean, we've got all the basic resources. We've almost got all of the resources. Yeah, I think we'll definitely, we'll tear down the little, kind of, our little test ship there. And we'll take the big ship for a little test spin around the asteroid.
Inventory full.
Okay, now what we can do is let's drop the stone. And it'll pick up 80. Since that's what we actually kind of want. And then I don't mind if we get a little bit of stone. Should I actually... I probably don't really need to mark that. We'll be able to see it with the... and, let me... hide. Some of these are definitely going to want the uranium, and we know where the... Yeah, we know it's pretty much, you know, right here near us. Beautifully. And somewhere we get back in our... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's funny. The nickel's not showing up, but I think they'd be about the same range. And very nicely, yeah, I'm going to put a connector up here eventually later on. And if we put that in the inventory, the survival one should grab it. Yeah. And then it'll process it. Give us a few more resources. And, which, you know, does not hurt. It's kind of a nice little touch. I mean, once you get past having to use it, then obviously it's a little bit more convenient. Alright, we don't have much silicone. We should actually pick that up. And I do want to pick up more. And I think silicone's actually on the other side of the wall. Oh, military escort. Yeah, we're going to avoid you for now. Let's grab some more uranium. The other thing is uranium takes so long to process. Nope. Uranium method takes a while to mine. You get a really low amount. I want to swing the, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it to go find another asteroid to like find a spot, stick a base, or just do a floating one. Because obviously the floating one is, you know, solar panels and all that. Because we do have quite a few resources over here, so we can probably bump around to a couple of them. But we're, you know, this is right next to pretty much where the majority of the people are spawning in at. So it's not a place I'd rather, you know, usually like to jump out for, you know, drift for a ways, and build a base farther out so that, you know, I don't have to, you know, worry about coming back and, you know, Is it actually collecting? It's the inventory isn't climbing up. It should be collecting. And that last batch, it just seemed like it was just mining, and not actually picking anything up. Oh, there, it's moving again. Okay. What's wrong with that? Okay, we're full. Yeah, I mean, how many loads would that have been if it wasn't uranium? We would have been traveling back and forth like crazy. Okay, we'll get this dropped off. We got some silver. Oh, actually, did we? We did grab silver. That's right, yes. We do need iron, though, so we'll grab some of that real quick. Go ahead and process some silver, because we don't have any of that. And we'll probably need it for a few components, at least, you know? Definitely have to charge that batteries. It would be nice if they did, well, I guess technically we do have different versions of the suit, but not really, you know, in-game. I mean, you can do the suit stations or that bay and change it to have slightly different, you know, characteristics. It would be nice if they actually made some in-game. I'm surprised they didn't actually kind of really do that with the, you know, kind of survival overhaul focus of this, you know, update. Actually, do the iron first because it's really fast. All right, and should we go? Nah, we'll swing the ship around and grab ice when we do that. All right, let's grind this thing down. This hideous monstrosity. Actually, we'll just call it a test platform. What's that? We'll have to see. It's just, I don't know. They seem really, I don't want to say broken, but they're broken. They're really bugged. It would have been, I don't know. I still like to try to, we're going to leave the landing gear there because eventually we will probably build something on that. But obviously there's something funky going on. Oh, we actually got a power cell back. And let's give you a interesting. I wonder if that's I wonder if the small ones are just, well, no, because that was 2. You know what? We never made any lights either. And here's where we smash the ship into the asteroid. As we try to leave. Oh! Okay. Well, we didn't even hit anything. Oh, was there a piece of ore floating, maybe? I didn't like that antenna anyway. And yeah, I just, you know, that's why it's not airproof, is because, you know, you just kind of fly through the, oh, this is going to be kind of a pain too, because, radio components are so big that it's going to fill up the inventory like crazy when I try to grind it. Not that they're that expensive to make. It's not going to play fair, is it? No, we could just turn off our... just drift through space with our antenna. Oh, or it's gonna... Oh, the top thruster. Oh, was it right over it? Nah, that was my bad. I didn't even notice it was right over it. Well, easy enough to fix. We can move it slightly. If I can get it to grind down. It's not playing fair. Not that we don't have plenty of resources to make another one, but, you know, if we can recover them, then why waste resources to make another one? This is where I want to put a landing gear on the ship, just so I can fly over to this and grab it. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit more, oh. Yeah, we're not going to get, I guess we could fly the ship over to it. Oh, yeah, fun. Da-da-da. I do like that we popped through our windshield. That was, nice. Was it right over the, Oh, yeah, you're right. I didn't even, that was bad placement on my part. The question is now, how far is it? It's not even going to be, I'm not going to go hunting for it. All right, let's throw another one on real quick. What do we got? 19. So we need, I forget. Really? You're not even going to try a big one? Thank you. 40, so we need 21. Similar. And yeah, we should have plenty of resources. Really? Oh, yeah, it's because I dumped everything in the refinery. That's right. Alright, steel plates. And... so we could just mount it on the other side. Exactly opposite of what we had. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can't mount on the... really? It's always one thing or another. And that... yeah. I don't really like that either. Why must the big antenna be so huge? Oh, you know what? Maybe... oh, let me guess. It's hitting on the light, right? Yep. Okay. We don't care about the little light. We're not in here for the... and, you know, we're kind of stranded in space by ourselves, right? So, there's not really, you know, we don't need lights. It's not like we need to let other people know we're around. Oh, large steel tubes, small steel tubes. Yeah, we need some large components for those too. Yeah, we're gonna need quite. Yeah, I know you're gonna fill up my inventory on those. Good on that. So, like another. There. Here, yep, fill up on that. Oh, I missed it. 60 small steel tubes and construction components. We're still gonna need those as well. And I didn't count on those, so we're just going a bunch. Right. And then just the 9 components. That'll be good. We'll have an antenna. We won't ever have landing gear, but we get an antenna, so that's fine. Actually, I think we might still have space to put one in the back. What did we run out of? Nope. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Same thing that happened last time. They sat in the inventory. So used to my auto sorting. Give me all the resources. Okay, very nice. And we have no thrusters in the way. Oh, son of a. Oh, actually, I think we clear it. Yeah, we do. It's one block behind it. Okay. I was gonna be like, if I rip the thing off again, I'm not gonna be happy. Yes, we'll just, you know, blow all of our oxygen outside. It's okay. Because we suffocate when we sit in our chair anyway, which, you know, makes lots of sense. Alright, is our ore detector on, first of all? It is. And the max range. Okay, broadcast using antennas. If we rename it as Antenna 1, it's like we never lost an antenna, so... Alright, let's swing around to the other side. And try not to hit any of the floating ore debris that seems to be all over the place right now. And we do have to remember that this thing does not have... we're kind of limited on some of our thrusters on the directions. Now, I have a feeling that we've pretty much found every... I don't know. I mean, I guess there technically could be some resource buried in here, but I have a feeling we kind of found everything. It doesn't seem... Is that my... That is my... It's my helmet lights. I love that. They fixed it in first person, but in third person, your helmet lights still... Oh. I was going to say, don't get... Your helmet lights still shine through. They actually shine through quite a bit better than when you're doing it in person, too. So, interesting. The cobalt. I'm not going to worry about magnesium. We already grabbed a load of cobalt, which we haven't really used, so... I think we're going to be flying over to another asteroid. Yeah, I think we've pretty much found everything over here. Now the question is while we're actually running... Yeah, no, we still have perpetual energy going on for some reason. Oh, just refine that, get rid of that. Yeah, 4.53. I'd like to double check that and see if it actually... 53.34. I don't think it's going to change. It doesn't seem like it. Magnesium, cobalt, silicone. Yeah, we're kind of back around now. Ooh, let's not smash into the asteroid. That would be kind of bad. Iron. Now we're too far away. All right. Let us, I guess we'll head over to you. Seem as good as in any other choice. We've got plenty of waypoints on there if we want to come back and gather more. Like I said, I would like to go off farther. I don't know. We'll see. Now let's not do the first jaunt over to the next asteroid. That's actually the asteroid we spawned in next to. So I'm happy with the resources that we definitely found there. Couldn't have really asked for a better. We had all the basic resources, so. Yeah, I think the refinery just doesn't quite blend in with the rest of the ship. I mean, the antenna doesn't really either. It doesn't bad though, but yeah, the refinery obviously. Cargo container could be a little bit better too, but yeah, it might just a little bit. I mean, it might give a good target. I should like just paint the thing like bright yellow. All right, and we're gonna bring the rear end around since we got 3 times. Well, not 3 times as many thrusters. Wow, that was actually okay. I guess I could have held off a little bit longer. Let's say, yeah, we'll scan around on this side first, I guess. Because then we can end up back on the daylight side, hopefully. Now, really, the only... no, you're getting a little close there, buddy. Thankfully, it does actually stop really fast on that. Okay. Let's, we'll kind of go into easy does it mode here. Well, uranium. Okay. Unfortunately, we don't really need uranium. We're actually got uranium processing in the refinery. But that is good to know. Still uranium. Okay. I'm just saying we have... Now, I don't... Why don't we do this? Control. It's still not... .53.34. Yeah, see, we haven't used any. So, but it tells us we only have an hour power. So I don't know what's going on there. Silver, which we don't need. We just actually pick some up. Come on, I want to find gold. What do we need? Gold and platinum. It's the only 2 resources we kind of need right now. Just so we can, make anything that we want to make. And then maybe what we'll do is just kind of, I don't know. I'm very partial to the asteroid we jumped right into, but like I said, it is right at the spawn point, so it's not like we can't go find other asteroids. It might be a little bit too far away. That might be a little closer than I'd like. I'm gonna find a happy medium there. Ow. Oh. Let's not rip off the ore detector. Okay. We're on the way back. Well, we're to the daylight side now, I should say, not back over to it. Yeah, I don't think there's anything other than maybe uranium and silver in this one. I'll say that and we'll pop something up right away. Oh, let's yeah, go back a little bit there. That's close. Not that close though. Right. Nothing. Really? Nothing. All the way around it, nothing. Oh, hey, gold! That's what we were looking for. Well, one of the things we're looking for. Now, see, I was going to go up top first. Or actually, I was going to go down below, I should say. Question is it in that crater? Oh, and cobalt. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit more here than we thought. Start off, I thought it was going to be kind of... not that good of an asteroid, but... Oh, nickel. Okay, well, we don't need nickel. Let's get out and look a little bit. I think it's, let's try not... all of our oxygen. Thank you. Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with that, because, even when we vented it all out, it should be drawing some down to, okay. Other side, maybe? 114, 106, 99, 90. Not through there. Can we get a little bit closer? Though 50 is not bad. So yeah, this is the one thing I hate is, you know, you drill a hole like 50 down through the asteroid, and then when you come in, you're like, oh, look, there's a cave on the other side. We could have just walked right in. But we were kind of already on the other side, and I didn't see a cave, so unless there's one coming down from underneath. Yeah, I think coming in from the top is the closest we're gonna get. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any giant caves in this one. Nickel, gold, cobalt. Yeah, they're still showing up. Sometimes they do that. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything over there. Ooh. I thought we were going to slam into the asteroid there for a minute. I have been known to do that a time or two. Alright. Oh, that's right. Yes. It's broadcasting from the antenna. Spar Rust Freighter. That might be interesting to go check out. Alright, where is it? The sun keeps blinding me. Gold. There we go. Oh! Is that the, okay. 90, 70, 60, 50. Yeah, I think that's as close as, pretty much, not too bad, I guess. Didn't really get a mine. Well, actually, if we do hydrogen, we don't really need plasma for... Well, actually, we need a reactor. That's what we need. I'm still using reactors. I used to know them all, and then when they rebalanced it, I just never rememorized it since. This yellow carbon. I'm kind of thinking, like, after we get this gold, I kind of want to run over and see what the rest of the data looks like. Supposedly they changed something in the encounters. I haven't really read any details of what they've changed. Get back here. Go. Don't have a ton of floating ones. Alright. Oh, you know what? I should actually mark that. I don't know if we're going to stay in the area or not, so it is worth it to throw a waypoint down, at least for now, since it's the first... Really? I picked that up?
Inventory full.
There we go. From current. You. And we can not show that now. We don't need to see the uranium either. Huh? I usually mark it deep because that way... I mean, yeah, that does make sense because I'm going to come down here and see the hole. But honestly, if I come in a mining drill, I'll just do the removal and come through. Especially like if we end up putting a base somewhere, because I want to drill... you know, I want to drill from the same, you know, if we're like, say, a base there, then, you know, if I'm coming in this way, I want to drill a hole over to it just to, you know, make it convenient. That looks kind of funky. Okay. Hey, there, it's back. Imagine that. All right. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we're up there. All right. It doesn't, I mean, we could try running around with the ship and see with its expanded range if you know, I don't want to run it through that way. I should go. I need to put a connector up here. Actually, I don't even know if we have connectors unlocked. Right here, make some gold. That's good. And you can go there and get. Oh, actually, it's not 500. Yeah, we should have connectors unlocked. I imagine. I think we've pretty much unlocked everything except for weapons and hangar door, which is obviously easy enough to do with just making a door. Pistons, piston motor, submerged block. We still gotta unlock that at some point. Where did they put the connectors? You would think a connector would show up under... Oh, right. Yeah, there. Yeah, we're going to want one. Yeah, so it is unlocked. That's what I thought. But put one there. Maybe we'll do one off the front. Because I could do one there, and I could see the ship overhanging, and I blow the end of it off. It makes me kind of wish I had turned it around then and had that up. But... So, up there, because we could have just done a U up. But, that's alright. I don't plan on keeping this thing forever anyway. Question is, think we should run over there? I think we should just run over there. Make sure we don't have anything we care about. No. So, we've got the gold. And we need platinum, I think, is really the only thing left. And this will probably kill us, but I don't really care. Because we don't have anything on us. So, you know, we'll just respawn back at our... I do like the new respawn mechanics. Where you can't really... You know, if you have a med bay... Now, I'm assuming if we have more... We haven't tested it, but I'm assuming if we personally have more than one med bay, it's going to give us a choice. If we don't, then it sends us to a faction med bay. I guess if it's shared. Oh, you fire fast. Okay, we're not a fighter, so... That was our kind of little trip, just to check it out and see kind of what it looked like. Where's my body look? Oh, wow, body disappeared first, fast. Must have been right at the... Oh, did they change it so you don't see the range now? Alright, we could... Ooh, let's not smash into that first of all. Yeah, I do like it. I mean, it keeps people from... You know, I understand why they did it, so you can't, you know, basically spawn... and, you know, kind of fly around, you know, take advantage of the spawn mechanic. But, yeah, I think overall it works pretty good. And it gives you, I mean, if you're, you know, if you've got somebody in your faction, then, you know, they may show up. So, yeah, see, why... What is going on with our... Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem like... It seems like all the resources were up on the top on that. See, we're definitely using power. Well, no, now we've actually gained power because we're at 8 hours, and I think we were at 7 hours when we were idling before. Yeah, I don't know what is... obviously, something with the power is broken. And it seems like, you know, it's infinite power on a big ship. It'd be interesting to see. I'm assuming it's the hydrogen engine blocks. That's actually pretty funny. Okay, you know what I should do too is GPS. Let's see, the uranium, a show on HUD, just because I don't want to travel all the way back to an asteroid we've already been to. Now, we could jump up over to that one. Actually, we might do that. Just because that'll kind of give us a triangular area here. I don't know, I'm tempted to do my normal, just drift through space for like, you know, 20 minutes at like full speed. Obviously our view distance is pretty low because I can't see that asteroid out there. Drifting. I think we can shoot right over that overhang without smashing into. I could just see the refinery getting ripped off the top of the ship. So just platinum is really what we're looking for right now. And then I'll be happy trying to you know, build something somewhere We always make like, no, that really wouldn't. If we turn it around this way. Look, there's an awesome spot to build a base. I usually more like to do the floating bases. But make a decent, like, kind of cliffside base or something. But again, we are pretty much right at the server spawn. So, you know. You gonna find anything? I'm always like, how close do I get before you actually show me some horrors? It's a little close. I'm just gonna assume you don't have any ores there. Oh, now my body location showed back up. Oh, we must have got. Oh, hey, nice little server spike there. Thank you. Cobalt and silicone. Assuming maybe that was the actual server. Oh, platinum. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Let me guess, it's sitting right on the top too. Nice and convenient and easy to find. Oh, look at that. And it's in the sunlight. Okay. And there we go, just venting all of our atmosphere out in space. Not that it matters though, because our oh, we actually did use .01 ice. Yeah, that's so broken. Alright. Anyway. I think we all know it's broken by now. I just find it hilarious. But hey, it is a new block, so yeah, I'm sure they've done a lot of overhauls and changes. That is why we are on a test. Oh, that's right, I died. I'm like, why is my headlight, you know, so not really working working worse than it normally does when we're mining. So I pretty much never turn off the light. Nope, get back here. Yeah, back here. Oh, that's stone. I don't really. Well, that's fine. We can actually process. We go. It's not a very deep deposit. Oh, unless we are actually just. No, it's kind of snaking through. Oh, and I think our inventory is pretty much full. Oh, let's, it's not a very big deposit, but it's the first one we found, so we'll go ahead and mark it. Okay, and that is pretty much, well, that is all the resources. Oh, the refinery actually refined all the gold already? Which, yeah, you don't get much gold. Oh, we never did pick up any more silicone either, did we? That's right, we don't actually need a ton of it. Especially right now. Oh. And we do have... Let's drop that in there. Oh, we'll get another batch. Oh, we might get two. Oh, look at that. Swimming in the resources. And that's a good way to vent out all your atmosphere. Yeah, I kind of wish they'd, you know, set up a panel or a button or something to, you know. I really wish they'd make the airlock block or the rotary block, you know, kind of part of the game. Hey, magical disappearing asteroids. Alright, let's, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. That's the front of the ship. Okay, platinum, silicone. Well, we actually got silicone right here, so we could actually just pick some up. Why not? I'll drop down to where it's at. See if we show up any other resources. No, we haven't seen, so ice is definitely not as prevalent as it used to be. I mean, we've, you know, normally by now you would have found quite a few batches of it. So they've definitely rebalanced that. And I've already got, I'm not going to mark this one because we've already got. Yep. I think this will give us at least one batch of every ore. Have, you know, in reserve, which is usually what I like to at least get to start off with. Except for iron, obviously. Iron and uranium, I usually grab a few batches. We've got 18, so that's doing pretty good. And I think silicone actually processes quite a bit faster than... Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Now, don't vent the atmosphere. Thank you. I'm not going to mark it because we've got the other one relatively close that's already marked over there by the uranium. And let's see, do we pop anything else up? Which, honestly, I don't really know why I'm looking. I would like to find some more ice. Because I do want to try to mess around with the, that engine, which does seem kind of broken. I'll have to see if there's any more reports on that. I should test it without... Now, there is... I mean, I don't think it would cause any interference, but there is, like, the 3 mods on this server. You know, there is the very, very off chance that they could be causing issues, but, you know, it's... One's a... text... mod API, which is the... I don't know why they've got it loaded, because I don't think it's a dependency for any of these. And then it's got the easy inventory mod. Maybe that could be, maybe... I could see potentially... I mean, technically it's power generation, but I could see it maybe potentially screwing something up with the reactors not drawing right, or drawing too much. I don't know. But I have a feeling it's more... It's just... the reactors themselves. Now, question is, should we go insane and build a jump drive on this and just jump out somewhere in the middle of nowhere? Alternately, I could just get up to max speed and drift through space for a little while. And then you say, but Whitney, what was the point in marking all the resources? You know, it's just a habit. It was more just to find them. I would like to get away from the, you know, though we don't know how long this is going to be really up and running. Oh, what's broke? The hydrogen, hydrogen, Engine. Does it actually not show? Really? Oh, right there. Yeah, the hydrogen engine. On the large ship, we're not using any ice. We basically have infinite power. I don't know if it's the hydrogen engine or the batteries, but where the batteries show that they're charging at the same rate as they're discharging, the hydrogen generator, actually it's probably easier to see it this way. So batteries, max output, required input, max stored, current input, current output. No use, no charge. No use, no charge. You know, fully depleted, never. Fully depleted, never. And the only other power we have is the hydrogen engine, and current output is 0. Yeah, I know. We have it's on. Its required input is 750. So if it's running, which supposedly it has be because it's supposedly processed, we were 4.53 on power, like our refinery's running, our assembler was running, you know, and yet we're basically using pretty much no fuel. We've used very slightly, but I have a feeling that's basically from us using... The only time we're using it is when we lose the atmosphere and it has to replace O2. So anytime we open up the airlock doors and it vents out atmosphere, it's basically it's processing it to make more O2. But other than that, we're not seeing any use. So, I mean, if stuff is running, we should either see a drain on the batteries, or we should see the generator, the hydrogen engine outputting, and neither one is. So, yeah, and if you build the small ship version of it, it immediately sucks through, like, your hydrogen oxygen generator will immediately, one cannot feed one engine. It's pretty much set. You would have to have, which that might be intentional, you might have to have 2 of these, 2 O2 H2 generators per engine, that's fine. But it immediately drains the whole entire system. I don't know where it goes. The only thing we had attached really was a battery. I mean, we checked it for the amount of power it puts out versus, you know, and I think with one whole entire inventory of ice, which was what, like 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 kilograms. It was, it drained it basically in like a minute and a half. So it's like you can't even make a small ship with it and run, because you would have to fill up all your inventories just to be able to try to, go somewhere. I mean, there's no way you'd be able to mine, because you would, I mean, I wouldn't. I'm tempted to try it, but like I said, I kind of want to jump into creative, build a ship. I don't really want to take the time to figure out a whole entire ship, because obviously it's a new block. There's no blueprints, It doesn't. It's one other thing I don't like is it doesn't line up right with the. If you look at the conveyor ports. Oh, the server's getting ready to restart too. That's probably the 10-minute. Yeah, see, like that, we'll probably see an oxygen loss. But for the power, we're not. It's not using any. On the large ship. On the small ship, it's an insane drain. I don't know why, but yeah, it just kills it. But if we... So your small ship version, which if I get over to it, 6. So, and of course, we have to hit the ship, and we hit the ship again. So, it's one conveyor port on each side in the center. And your down, 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 down a little bit more. Hydrogen O2 generator, 2. I did it again. 2. Yeah, so you get one giant one, which it would be nice if that was on the engine, or the two. So it's, I mean, I guess you could put two side by side, link them that way, or like I was doing before, is where I had two, you know, you could put either two engines end to end and connect them this way, or you could do two side by side, which is what I did with a gap in the middle. So yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's why I was thinking about checking it out. I could see potentially where the easy inventory mod could be causing the issue with that. I don't think the build, you know, the nanite build, which didn't seem to work anyway. I assumed when I saw this had the 3 mods on it, which one of them, like I said, is the text API mod, so which I don't think is required for any of those mods. I assumed if they had tested it and the mods were working, but I think somebody just threw them on the server, started it up, and didn't check. So it was my bad, because, you know, I guess I should have. Well, the only way I could have checked was to jump into the server, you know, or set up a test world and see. But I assumed that, you know, whoever's going to run a server is, it's probably a bad assumption on my part, would, you know, test to make sure the mods are actually working. But yeah, I know that's why, but it's the only thing I could think of that would possibly be screwing up with the ice moving or being processed. But, you know, because I don't see, you know, obviously I don't think the text API mod's going to do it. And, you know, the build and repair mod doesn't use, you know, ice. You know, it doesn't refuel stuff. So, you know, but it could just be a bug in general, and, you know, nobody else has noticed it. It's always possible. But I don't know. So definitely before I report it, I got to go jump on a, you know, a server that's not modded and see it works. And we might try that. I mean, maybe what I'll do is when the server restarts, which I believe it's restarting here in a minute, maybe what I'll do is I will load up a, I don't know what I hit, blueprint. I don't need blueprint. Okay, I guess server messages don't show up in chat. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, anyway, the servers, oh, there we go. Servers are going to restart in 5 minutes. So, we're going to let our ship basically idle here right now, because I'm not going to try to go park somewhere 5 minutes before the server starts. And really, it's, you know, yeah. But we will not lock ourselves in. And make sure our inventory is empty. Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is when the we'll end the stream here. I'm going to load up a test world with no mods and creative. We'll make up a hydrogen powered miner that runs off of, you know, the new engine, and then we can load it into a survival world. Test it, see if it uses, you know, the ice correctly, or, you know, pop back into here and build it with a blueprint, because we can just build it, you know, right off of it. I mean, honestly, I probably just need the generator, the tanks, and the cockpit, because it was immediately draining it. I mean, we didn't even have anything else on except for the battery. So it was, all it was running was the O2 H2 generator and charging the battery. But if you count the combined charge on that versus what the engine is, which obviously the engine's going to use, it seems like what it is if they haven't changed it, reactors always use, and as far as I know they haven't, but it's, I haven't been keeping 100% up to date on all the updates, but the reactors have, and it could be because it's hydrogen, so maybe it's different too, but it used to always be that, like, the reactors, they use a set amount per tick. So your reactor always outputs the same amount. It's just whether or not you're, you know, you're using, if you're using 2% or 100%, it's using the same amount of uranium per tick. It seems like the small engine is like, you know, maybe they put the decimal point in the wrong spot. I don't know. And it's using it way too fast. And it seems like it's reversed on the large ship, where it's using it, you know, so slow that we're not even seeing it. or it's not even at all. But it's it seems like it's something like that, or there's just something completely funky with it, and it's not, because we're not using, you know, it's because the generators are showing a charge and a draw, so it's like not the generators, the batteries are showing a charge and a draw, so it seems like power is passing through the batteries, but the generators are showing that they're not outputting. Now the small generator was showing that it was outputting, but the large one is showing that it's not outputting. So we basically got a mystical power source. So obviously there's something funky going on there, but yeah, I think they would be able to track it down, but obviously I don't want to put a report into it until I test it in a modded environment, to see, if it is actually a bug or if it's just a mod conflict. I would assume that it is a bug. I don't think either of those mods would really cause that issue, but you never know. It's better safe than sorry. So anyway, we're going to call it good for this stream. And what I'll do is I'm just going to load up a vanilla, world. We'll do it in creative. We'll make a blueprint or a test hydrogen powered, which we'll probably do hydrogen thrusters too as well. Might as well. And which would be a good starter drill, because it would be all basic resources. We'll see what we can come up with that works, because, and like I said, that the small version of the hydrogen engine and the H2O2 connectors, they don't line up. You can't just make a block out of it, not like you would, maybe if we use something with the conveyor blocks or something, it might be, a way that'll work out pretty decent. But it's kind of a weird, layout on the ports for it. So, we'll mess around with it anyway. But we'll call it good for this stream. I'm gonna go top off my coffee, use the bathroom. Yeah, that is that is possible, and I could see them have done it that way too. But which would work great for rovers and whatnot. I don't know if you would necessarily want to do that, if you had a drill ship or something. But the way it's lined up too is you could have two on either side, or you could have one on, one on this side, one on this side, and then you can have your H2O2 generator, potentially one on either end, because they would tie in, and then it gives you a 1 block by 3 block space, in between, that's what I did, because then you could have like an engine on either side, and then you could, see them. I'm sure there's a couple different layouts that would work. But yeah, you're right. Putting it in front of the cockpit would work. So if you wanted to do it on a starter one, and make it look more like, the engine's there, or if it's a rover, that would kind of make it look cool too. But it just seems kind of like, if you want to make a compact shape, where you'd want to hook it right onto, which obviously you could do it end to end on the ones that are 3 in a row, but it's going to sit it in the middle instead of like the top or the bottom. But we'll look at it, we might be able to come up with some decent stuff. I'm sure there's always a way to do it, but that's not the end of the world to have the space in between anyway, because it gives us space to put, like, you can throw a rotor in there, or not rotors, gyros, and conveyors, beacon, that kind of stuff. You always get the 1 by block, especially on a small ship. So, and then it gives you a spot to protect it, because if you've blown up your engines, if you lose your rotors and you've had to blow up your engines first, then it's not like you just banged it into something and knocked a rotor off. But yeah, we'll call it good for this episode, and I will be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. Like I said, we'll load up into a creative. There is a few. They've got 2 new scenarios which I'll pop over to it real quick. I don't usually play the scenarios, but it might not necessarily be a bad thing. So learning to survive is the tutorial. Um, I'm guessing, where you kind of go through and, but they've added these two. I don't know if they revamped anything on the learning to survive or not. So they've done these, and I don't know if they're completely new or they've been completely revamped. But you get survival world with high-end content. Challenge yourself by defending the beacon from hordes of drones. Prepare your defense in any way. Yeah, so it's like a tower defense version, basically. Scenarios of linear story with action-packed gameplay. Wow, majority of Space Engineers scenarios features unique sandbox environments. So it's kind of linear, so you can probably scripted jumps or whatever and go through. Yeah, but what we're going to do is we'll just do a custom game and, jump in on Drop Dead Arena. No, we'll jump in on, like, on the green station or something. Or we could do Lone Survivor. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I guess supposedly they've tweaked it. I don't know what they've done to it. But they mentioned those two specifically in the update. When we could do the platform, that might not be bad. Because if we do one of the platforms, not right with platforms, we'll probably just do the red ship. Because we can always grind those down for resources to start. I don't think I've ever checked out the green station. But yeah, we'll probably load up the red ship. And then we can do it in creative. Now, I'm trying to remember. Do we have to be on... we'll set it to private. I think we have to be on online mode. I'm not sure. Anyway. Yeah, but... Yeah, we don't care about the date. That's fine. We're not going to load any mods. We are going to set inventory C size to 10x. And I would just bump everything up. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. We're in creative, but it's habit. Which I don't usually max those out, and I don't usually max those out. Inventory size, I definitely do. We'll definitely do safe. Not that it matters. Infinite normal density. Yeah, we don't care about that. Yeah, realistic is what I actually like. Unlimited world size, fine. Cooldown's disabled. Day duration, 1 minute. Yeah. Actually, that would drive me nuts, because then it's going to be a day without sun. Yep, we don't care about that. And we don't care about any of that. Enable copy paste. Yeah. Oh, actually, we had enable copy paste. Auto healing. Yeah, we probably don't know. No. Half this stuff. I usually turn off tool shake. I don't really need that. Enable layer tightness. I'm going to leave most of... No, enable spiders. Yeah. Oh, look at... Yeah, so we do get a setting to disable. And there's the mouse doing the funky thing again. So, yeah, they've already got a config setting for enable progression. So if we turn it off, which obviously it's not going to really matter in creative, but... we've it is nice that they've already given us that option. So obviously servers will be able to set if they want progression enabled or not. Yeah, I figured the beginning one was it sounds like it's the tutorial. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna do that. But anyway, we're gonna end the stream here. Like I said, I got to go answer call of nature, top off my coffee, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll jump into this and make a drill ship. We might make two of them, one ion powered and one just purely, with ion thrusters, and then the other one with hydrogen thrusters. I kind of like to do a whole hydrogen thruster thing just because the hydrogen thrusters are all basic resources. So that's something, in another game I would be able to bring in the blueprint and make right from the beginning until, we can make a better one later on. Once we've, got, because you can do it without, you can do that with the basic refinery and the basic assembler, because you can make large pipes in those. But yes, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Found it somewhat informative. If you guys didn't notice any other bugs that I missed, let me know. I think the major one is it seems like the hydrogen generators, but like I said, we got to jump in. We got to jump in on unmodded and see if that is true or not. So that's what we're gonna do next. But all right, so I will see you guys in about 10 or 15 minutes in the next episode. Unless you're watching this later on, and then that's up to you. It can be immediate or days. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one.